2020 Tata Tiago.
Possibly the safest car in this segment.
Let's get driving. Tata Tiago comes with only one engine option, a 1.2 liter 3-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol engine that is mated to either a 5-speed manual or an AMT gearbox.
And today we have the manual transmission with us, which produces about 85 horsepower and 114 Newton meters of torque. And these power figures are more than enough for this segment and the size of this car.
Yes.
Let's see how this performs. I'm going to put it on second gear. So typically it makes more vibration and more noise in idling and also in first gear. But if you progress to second gear, the vibration is manageable, but the noise is still there throughout the power band. And the worst thing is, in idling, everything in this car vibrates. Steering
Yeah.
wheel, seats,
One cannot
Doors.
escape the vibration.
everything vibrates because of the 3-cylinderness actually. So everything vibrates. And the first gear, same story. And second gear, the story completely changes. The vibration is managed well, but the noise, you cannot escape that. It's there always. So the NVH department, it doesn't score well.
There is a lot of room for improvement for
Yes,
Indian
definitely. But the drive is surprising actually, because the torque is spread across the rev range, and only in the lower end there is a need for a little more power, but in the mid range and also the top end there is ample power available at any RPM. You just have to put your foot down, that will get you moving. The power delivery is excellent actually.
Yeah, no matter in what gear you are
What
in,
gear you are in,
just put your
you
foot.
just rev it hard and then it will move.
Of course, you have to live with the noise.
And to avoid that noise, Tata has done something very smart. They have given the Harman system with 4 speakers and 4 tweeters, and which will make you forget the noise, because the sound system and the audio quality is excellent.
Somebody blames your car that it is making more noise.
Turn on the audio system and they'll forget it. And the one gripe that I have with the audio system, this is a base variant. The base variant doesn't come with the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This comes with a simple radio and Bluetooth connection. The problem with this system is everything is touchscreen. Volume up, volume down, channel next, channel previous, everything is touchscreen, which is not intuitive to use. But as a driver, I don't have any problem because everything is there in the steering mounted control as well. That's nice. And to be exact, this variant is XT, right?
Yes.
In XT variant, you get the steering mounted audio controls and also the simple radio in the dashboard. You won't get the touchscreen. As far as the driving is concerned, I'm sold. You come back to the steering wheel. Steering wheel is super light, and surprisingly, it weighs really well when you pick up speed. And the clutch is super light. It's a feather touch clutch, and the brakes are excellent. The visibility is good. You have a thick A-pillar, which will definitely create a blind spot for you. So you gotta be careful with that one. And there is a very big ORVMs, which it's decently big.
You won't miss anything actually. In the driving department, you didn't blame anything apart from the engine noise, 3-cylinder noise. So how would you rate this car, especially in driving department?
I would say, like, out of 10, I would definitely rate it as 8, because the noise is the only negative.
8 out of 10. Well, that's surprising. I'll comment on that when I drive this. Let's talk about safety. How safe is this car?
This is the only car that got 4 stars in the safety rating in this segment. And no matter which variant you choose, you'll always get 2 airbags, ABS, EBD. That's because of the government norms. Thank you.
Again.
Again, yes. And the 2 airbags and ABS, EBD is pretty much enough for the small city car.
segment car, yes.
So that's it about the safety. Before talking about the practicality, let's put this automatic fanboy in this driver's seat and get his impressions.
Yep. Okay, if the clutch is going to be this light, then I'll definitely like driving manuals as well. And we build speed Steering is also weighed decently, so which is surprising, and it gives more confidence while driving in
Yeah,
high speeds.
Yeah.
And what surprises me the most is the way the power gets delivered. It's extremely good. For a small-
Cornering abilities as well. Yeah.
Yeah, for a smaller engine, this is really surprising. So whatever you told about this core, now I agree upon that. Let's talk about practicality then. This is where the car disappoints us in a big time. Let's start with the doors. All 4 doors are equipped with a storage bin, but none of it is capable of holding a 1 liter bottle.
It's like a reminder. We have a storage bin, but you cannot keep a bottle in it.
Yeah.
As a
Deal with
matter
it.
of- yeah. As a matter of fact, we have only one bottle holder in this whole car, which will house a 1 liter bottle, that too in the middle. So if you are someone who's trying to install a aftermarket armrest or something, you have to forget that one as well. So
Yeah, say
practicality-
goodbye to practicality if you try to fix an
So,
armrest.
the glove box is really big. And we have a separate compartment for a tablet. I think it can hold a 13-inch laptop as well.
Okay, and the dashboard's completely of hard plastic, and the fit finish is far from perfect.
And the design data has evolved. It's really good. But you will not be able to enjoy that because of the panel caps. Some panel caps are more than 2 millimeters.
Yeah, you can hide something there.
Yeah. Like a cigarette or something.
But let's talk about the good ones now.
Yeah.
We have a hook in the passenger footwell, which aids to the practicality, and you can use that for hanging any grocery bags or something. That's a neat touch. And for avoiding the seat belts getting locked while folding the rear seat, they have a proper slot for the seat belt, and that is a neat touch as well.
Yeah, and more automakers should do that.
We have 4 AC vents in the front, and it cools the cabin in no time. The AC throw is extremely good in this car. And this being a base variant, we don't get the touchscreen infotainment system that we get in the top of the line variant. We'll be getting a basic infotainment system with a Bluetooth connectivity and Harman audio system. With 4 speaker and 4 tweeters, the sound quality is extremely good. If your car makes more noise, don't worry about that. Use the Harman to hide it. And coming to the steering wheel, we have a 3-spoke chunky unit, which is really good to hold. And the instrument console is completely digital, which provides a lot of information such as trip meters, instant fuel economy, distance to empty, fuel economy range, and the speedometer.
And the gear position indicator also shows you when you want to upshift. There's a small arrow, just not so easy to spot. You better drive yourself. And I'm not a great fan of the instrument cluster either because it's totally asymmetrical.
Moving to the driver's side door, we have all 4 power windows, but none has one-touch up or down controls, but which is completely okay for considering the price point.
Yeah.
And the outside rear view mirror controls are placed in the A pillar.
Actually, it's increasing the thickness of the A pillar. It's creating much more blind spot. They could have minimized that, but it is what it is. The rear seat will not host three adults. Even a kid in the middle will be a tight squeeze. So it's strictly a 4-seater, and there are no adjustable headrest. I don't know why automakers keep removing the adjustable headrest, even after knowing whiplash injuries are not easy to live with. We'll continue to point out that. And the boot carrying capacity is 241 liters. You can, of course, fold the rear seats. It's a one-piece rear seat. You can fold that and increase the boot size, but it will not be flat. And the loading lip is also very high. It's up to my thigh actually. Okay, that's all about the practicality bits here. Tata should improve a lot in the practicality department, and also the panel caps and exposed wires, exposed fuse box, everything they need to fix it. It's a very potent car, but because of these small niggles, it's losing its credibility. That's what I can say. Okay, we'll talk about the exterior design now.
Tata Tiago is one of the good-looking car in this segment.
The best, I would say. The front design is something I really like, and you don't get LED for anything. Everything is halogens, and base model don't get fog lamps either. And there is a shoulder line that starts from the front wheel fender flares, and then it reaches till the tail lamp. It connects all the door handles into that. It increases the rigidity of the doors and also accentuates the looks. And this car has a ground clearance of 170 mm, which is ample for city and highway or any bad roads, because the wheelbase is also short. And the rear is a very simple design. The only problem that I would say is there is no external boot opening button. Either you have to use the key or you have to open it from inside. So if you're someone who's considering Tata Tiago, I would recommend get the top end or at least more than the mid variant. So we'll get all the bells and whistles like rear defogger, possibly the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay system. These are the tiny things that will make your drive much more pleasant. But do you know what I miss in this Tata Tiago?
The JTP variants.
Yeah, I know it's greedy to expect a hot hatch in this mid-range car, but still,
But we got
Tata has
once,
given
right?
once. Yeah, I don't know why automaker introduced one of their best car and then stopped all of a sudden. Okay, that's it about the Tata Tiago. Overall, it's a very potent car, and this is going to be a first car for most of the people. The power figures is also adequate. The only problem in the whole car, I would say, is the vibration and noise. Of course, the panel gaps are there. That is something you will get used to it. And there is a lot of room for improvement in the fit finish department. So Tata has to concentrate on that. So that's all about this car.
Thanks for watching.